All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1039, White case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Mrs. White, what brings you here today?
Well, Judge Bonda, nice to see you again. You look beautiful.
Thank you. Nice to see you too. And it's interesting to see you sitting on this side.
Yes, well.
With Mr. White?
Yes, Damien is here today. He's finally back from building that bridge.
Right, but it's interesting that you're here making a request because the last time you were here, his ex-wife was making a request for child support and you gave her such a hard time.
Well, you know, back then I was so blinded by love and a bunch of other things, and now
Isn't that ironic?
All right, folks, let's dive into another compelling child support case. Mrs. White is now seeking child support for her 2 children as she and Mr. White go through a divorce. The judge quickly points out the irony. Mrs. White, who once criticized Mr. White's ex-wife during her own child support battle, now finds herself in a similar position. With a touch of humility, Mrs. White acknowledges that karma has come full circle. The stage is set for a fair, yet emotionally charged courtroom discussion. Let's see how this one plays out.
I believe that I have definitely learned my lesson and karma has definitely come around.
Okay, well, you said it, but continue. What brings you here?
So I would like to request child support for our 2 beautiful children.
Okay.
I cannot send them to school on my own. I don't want to pull them out. You know, they have their friends and they're doing so well, and I would hate to make them change schools.
Okay, and you said that you're paying tuition?
Yes.
Are you paying it or is Mr. White paying it?
Well, when we were together, we were paying it. But, you know, now that I have to find a new job and to subsequent the money that I no longer have coming in, I need his help.
Okay. All right. And how much is tuition?
Tuition is about $5,000 a year per child.
Okay. Per year?
Yes.
Okay. This better be a pretty great school.
Yeah. It's connected to Yale and Harvard.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So, how was the bridge? Because you definitely didn't show up for court the last time.
No, I did not, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm guessing everything went well.
I'm a civil engineer, Your Honor, and I was in Italy for a conference, not the building of the Bridge of Gibraltar.
Oh, okay.
You must have lied to
Well,
me.
she didn't know.
Apparently didn't know that there's a large step up from being housewife to employed.
Oh. I caught that. Continue.
So I'm currently paying the insurance for our children.
Okay. And how much is that?
$500?
$500. Okay. And that's for both children?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Continue.
Now,
White presents her case, requesting child support to help cover the $55,000 annual tuition for each of their 2 children, who attend an elite school affiliated with Yale and Harvard. She explains that the financial strain is becoming overwhelming, especially as she transitions from being a stay-at-home mom to re-entering the workforce. The judge listens intently, acknowledging the hefty cost of private education. Mrs. White also shares that she's currently paying $500 a month for the children's health insurance. As the courtroom absorbs the weight of her claims, the tension builds. Mr. White is ready to give his side.
my loving wife would think that in combination that we are paying for our children, considering I'm the only one that works. And quite frankly, she does not.
Okay.
And only spends.
That's
Okay.
not true. That's not true.
Ma'am, he's speaking. Okay. So, you guys are going through a divorce. She now is getting ready to work because she's not working yet, right?
From what I'm told, Your Honor, yes.
Okay. And this tuition, is it accurate what she said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. That's a pretty expensive school. But I mean, if, it has its affiliations, I definitely understand. $500 for health insurance. And how many other children do you have?
Just the one other with my ex-wife.
Okay. And then you all have 2 together. All right. And I do have your child support amount. Giving you credit for the health insurance as well as credit for your other children. Your child support amount comes out to $1,391. Okay. Now let me explain to you how that affects you. You're definitely going to have to get a job.
Oh, I do have a job.
Well, you're definitely going to have to continue working that job, because if you notice, his child support is only about close to $1,400. You said tuition is about $5,000 a year per child.
Right.
So after he pays child support, he does not have to give you anything extra. You understand that?
Oh, I completely understand.
And you understand that you will be covering the difference.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're okay with that?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. White steps forward, questioning why Mrs. White expects him to carry the financial burden on his own. He emphasizes that he's the sole breadwinner and has already been covering many of the children's expenses, including their health insurance. The judge digs deeper, inquiring about Mr. White's income and additional financial responsibilities, especially his support for a child from a previous marriage. Mr. White maintains a calm and composed demeanor, a sharp contrast to Mrs. White's emotional appeal. The atmosphere grows tense as the judge, unfazed by the emotion in the room, focuses squarely on the facts. A ruling is just around the corner.
Is there anything further? Sounds pretty straightforward to me.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything further?
Can I just let you know that I do have a legitimate job, okay? Like, I have my own hair care business. It's starting
I thought that was a question for me. Are you talking to him?
Well, I'm just letting both of you know that I do have a legitimate job.
Okay, great.
And it's
Congratulations.
doing pretty well.
That is wonderful. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
The judge doesn't hold back. After reviewing the facts, she sets Mr. White's child support obligation at $1,390 per month, factoring in credits for the children's health insurance and his financial support for a child from a previous marriage. She explains that while this amount satisfies his basic legal obligation, it won't fully cover the $110,000 annual tuition for both children. Mrs. White will need to make up the difference, and the judge firmly reminds her that she must continue working to help meet their financial needs. The ruling is balanced but firm, sending a clear message that parenting is a shared responsibility. As the case wraps up, the judge reflects on the legal principles guiding her decision. In Texas, child support is calculated based on income and financial responsibilities, including health insurance and support for other dependents. She also underscores the vital role both parents play in supporting their children's education and health care. The episode closes with a powerful reminder: if you know someone in a similar situation, share their story. These cases aren't just legal battles. They shape children's futures. After all, in child support court, every decision counts.